Good morning. It is August 10th, and this is Let It Go and Let It Grow. And what are we letting go of today? And that is the Hermit energy, which is really, really interesting because I am personally coming into a Hermit year, so it'll be interesting to see what we're going through this year. And we are letting go the High Priestess energy. We are dealing today with major arcana cards. The Hermit is Virgo, ruled by Mercury, and the High Priestess is generally considered to be ruled by the Moon. Intuitive feminine energy with a natural resonance with Cancer. Earth sign is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. And the water sign is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And there's something beautiful and quiet about this pairing because both cards are asking us to turn inwards, but in very different ways of doing this. The Hermit is searching for wisdom, and the High Priestess already knows what's there. That distinction is going to become brought into awareness during this reading. So we are letting go of Hermit energy today, and that is the release to need to figure out everything alone. So this is when you feel like you need to retreat, spend that time by yourself, cave, go inwards. But not every answer is like every mental answer. If you think of this in terms of swords, not every answer is going to come to us in that cave. Not every answer is going to be made or shown to us. Sometimes we need to use other people as sounding boards and ask them for their advice and help to continue our own journey forward. So it's letting go of withdrawing when what we really need to do is connect to other people. I know myself personally, I tend to want to cave and go inwards and retreat and get away from people. But sometimes it's that connection that we actually need. Someone to help us pull us out of these areas where we think we're being introspective, but we might be more being solitary because we're in a different frame of mind, and being around people is what we actually need. Let go of that constant need of searching for another teacher and more direction, new things to learn, new books and new courses to sign into. Work with what you have around you, work with the knowledge that you've already gathered, and work with what the projects you have. You don't need another book, you need direction. You need to be able to sit your arse down and actually do what you're interested in, rather than shiny objecting, syndroming yourself all over the place for another $9.97 course when you've got 40 stored on your computer that you're already interested in. So this is asking you to look at what you've already got there, what you've already got in your in your library of courses that you have not taken yet, and to start looking at them and doing them in order of interest instead of buying a new course. Stop believing you need to completely understand the path that you're on before walking it. As you walk the path, things are going to come into your frame of vision that are going to light up that path as you go along. You see that inner wisdom, that lantern on the side there, is going to light that path for you to walk by. And by doing that, is going to light your way and show you what you need to do. Honor your solitude without it becoming isolation. So, if you want to have a quiet day, quiet moment, that's great. But don't let that grow into something that makes you not want to go out at all, not be around people, not connect. And trust that you may already possess the wisdom you've been searching for. It's already inside you. And the next card, I'm sure, is going to show that. So for the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, the Hermit is reminding you that reflection is valuable, but there comes a point when searching can become another form of hesitation. Oh, that's calling me out. Virgo energy especially loves understanding, analyzing, learning, and improving, but not everything in life can be solved. Some things have to be felt. And what are we letting grow today? And that is the beautiful energy of the High Priestess. This is the moon, inner knowing and intuition. So grow your trust in your intuition. Know that you can go inwards and ask for that information, and it can be there with you. Become comfortable with not having every answer. Sometimes the answers just don't come, and that's okay. Listen to what your body and your inner wisdom is communicating with you. What is your body and this wisdom actually saying? Is this a place where you can take a step back, recalibrate, and listen to what's actually going on? Allow silence to become a spiritual practice. And there's a difference between silence and solitude. So let that silence become a place, an anchor where you can just go into and search for those answers and open yourself up to them. Pay attention to your dreams, synchronicities, feelings, and subtle nudges. What's happening around you? What things have you asked for from the universe that you might have said, I want a feather, you found a feather, and it's like, no, I wanted a red feather, but that's not what you initially asked for. You asked for a feather and it was there. So pay attention to the dreams and what these subtle nudges and synchronicities are. Trust what you know before someone else has to validate it for you. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, the High Priestess asks you to honor your sensitivities rather than questioning them. And you may sense something long before you can explain it logically. You don't always need evidence for an inner knowing to deserve your attention. Listen first and then discern. The Hermit has the lantern to show off through the darkness, searching, studying, and reflecting, and asking the big question, where am I going and what am I supposed to learn from this? We need that solitude, we need that reflection, and we need to step away from the noise of the world and hear ourselves again. But eventually, searching becomes exhausting, and the High Priestess appears. She isn't carrying a lantern, she doesn't need one. She sits quietly between her pillars, comfortably with mystery. The Hermit asks, where is the answer? And the High Priestess answers back, it's within you. And there's a deeper message. Perhaps you've gathered enough wisdom, you've read enough, you've asked enough, you pulled enough cards. You don't need another sign. The Hermit teaches you how to seek the wisdom. The High Priestess teaches us how to become still enough to hear it. So there's an important distinction here. Intuition isn't fear of shouting loudly. It isn't the anxiety of predicting every possible outcome. Intuition tends to arrive much more quietly, comes in a feeling, knowing, subtle pull, a whisper beneath the noise. And perhaps that's exactly why today's reading is asking you to release some of the searching, because when we constantly ask for the outside world for answers, our own inner voice becomes difficult to hear. Your lantern brought you this far, and now perhaps you can put it down for a moment and sit beneath the moon, become quiet, and listen. You may discover that your soul has been speaking to you all along. So release the need to search endlessly for answers. Grow your trust in the quiet wisdom you've already been living within. You don't need to understand the path. Sometimes you simply need to trust the next intuitive step. Where have you been searching outside of yourself for answers you may already know deep within? And if you've become completely quiet and trusted your intuition, what would your inner voice tell you today? And that is it. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.